Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word and sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. All right, I'm starting Psalms 1 and 1. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." All right, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, all right, nor standeth in the way of sinners. All right, that's not walking a man that's not walking on the path of basically the worldly. All right, Esau, 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, because when you look at how these people conduct themselves, all right, a council is when people come together, all right, and all these people are together doing wickedness, man. All right, a council, a group, a crew, if you will. All right. These people are conducting themselves in all type of wickedness. All right, that's being promoted chiefly by Esau. All right, blessed is a man that's not walking in that counsel or standing in the way of sinners. All right, everybody falls short of the glory. All right, but that willful sin. All right, because in America, sinning is trendy or fashionable, if you will. All right. Righteousness is square business in America. That's why when you tell people certain things that they should or should not be doing as it pertains to, conducting themselves righteously and, not walking in the counsel of the ungodly or standing in the way of sinners, they rebuke you, which is backwards. Well, why don't you smoke weed? Like, what kind of, like when you tell people you don't smoke weed, it's just look like, or, committing adultery, or, certain conversations that people have that make you uncomfortable, or that you don't want to be a part of. You are looked at as the wicked. You wicked for trying to be righteous in America, for trying to conduct yourself righteously to the best of your ability makes you wicked here. I remember, one time I was reading the scriptures on my phone at a job. It's about a year ago. And, some Edomite chick came up with like, well, what you reading? I guess she was like really into books or whatever. Like, and, I was like, I'm reading the Bible, and I can't even describe the look she looked at me like I was like an alien or something. Like, the Bible. Like, it was just look like, really? Like, she couldn't say it, like, really, nigga? Like, the Bible. Because once again, being ungodly and being a sinner in America is basically righteousness to these people. Whereas true righteousness, trying to conduct yourself righteously, trying to learn the righteous way of the Most High, the old paths, as the scriptures say, is wicked here. It's square business. The Bible has the stigma on it, that, I can't, speak from their perspective completely, but, I wish I could describe the look that this girl gave me. It was, it's like you're reading the Bible. That's crazy, because the ways of the Lord are crazy to these people, But this Proverbs 4:14 says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men." All right, there's that path again, or that walk. Enter not into the path of the wicked, because it's only leading you to destruction. All right, when you look at any path or street or route, it's leading you somewhere. In the way of the wicked, the way of these Americans, all right, that path is only leading you to destruction and judgment, harsh judgment. All right, and go not in the way of evil men. All right, the way of evil men, like America's like, speaking of a path or a one-way street, is like a one-way street to death. All right, it's a death style. Everybody that's in that way, because they all evil. Go not, pardon me, go not into the way of evil men. All right, I did a video, recently, about separating yourself from people, because the Most High, for those who He has mercy on, will continue to show you who's not supposed to be in your life. All right, these are evil people. He don't want you around them, just like, the Most High being, the father of the Israelites, just like, your children, is certain other children that you see, and you're like, I don't want you hanging around him. That nigga is on the way to destruction. You could tell, these badass kids, gonna grow up to be, evil adults. And you don't want your child influenced by that. So you tell your child, separate yourself from them. Same thing with the Most High. Separate yourself from these people because they're on that path, all right? Enter not into the path of the wicked and go not into the way of evil men. And the best way not to do that is to separate yourself from them. We have the wisdom to identify wickedness. The Most High told us what it was and open our eyes to see what it was or what it is. So now it's your job, to see that path or to see that way and, evade it, stay away from it. Because that's all these people know. The path that they're on in their eyes they may think it leads to, riches, vast amount of women, material things that they may be into, especially, riches, because in America, money is God. Money is the Most High. That's all in America, that's all you hear people talk about. That's all you see people worship is money and material things. Not knowing all these things are going to be wiped away soon. Enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. It says, avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. These are all evasive tactics. Avoiding something is evasive. All right, pass not by it. That's being evasive. Turn from it, pass away. And pass away from it. Stay completely away from the path that these people are walking. Because it only will destroy you. All right. But I'm gonna go back to Psalms. It says, continuing on, Psalms 1 and 2, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in the law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. All right, so the only prosperity, all right, is following the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to the best of your ability. All right, nobody's perfect here. Nobody can conduct themselves in the law perfectly, but, putting your best foot forward and, not just being a completely wicked demon like these people are. All right, that's prosperity. Not money, not clothing, not cars, not women, not everything America sells you, not being a rapper or an actor or, you know, some dancer or whatever, man. All the shit that they sell you that, you know, is equated with success is not success here. I mean, it's success here, but it's not success ultimately. All right. It says, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper, being that seed that's planted that actually grows. All right. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. A leaf not withering means, that's prosperous. All right. Bringing forth fruit in season is prosperous. If you look at a farmer or something like that, that's, when they fruit come or the harvest comes, or whatever they planted grows in season. All right, that's prosperity. His leaf also shall not wither. All right, meaning what grew stood tall. That's prosperity. The seed that was planted within you as it pertains to the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai continuing to grow, and you standing tall for the Lord, all right, and being against, that evil path or that evil way is, that's standing tall, and that's the prosperity of, the seed that was planted. Not just being a wicked nigga in America. Because being a wicked nigga in America is, prosperity to these people. All right. Psalms 119 and 1, Aleph, pardon me if I pronounce it wrong, but blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. All right. Who walk, that's their walk, that path again. All right. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. All right. And what will defile you? The ways of America. All right. That evil path, once again. That's what will, defile you. Especially your mind. That's why 2/3 of the nation of Israel, move how they move. Like it says, Isaiah, the whole head is sick. All right, there's nothing that can be done. Esau has completely destroyed their minds. So that's why walking in the way, walking in the evil way is walking righteously or being an upstanding citizen to them in America. Because their mind has been defiled, man, with all type of, philosophies, ideologies, all these groups. You got all these groups in America, NAACP, Black Lives Matter, LGBT, and so on and so forth. That's one method, that he uses. He puts these groups on TV, on the mainstream media, the schooling, if you want to call it schooling, that they, basically defile the minds of children as they grow. Esau has been teaching, Jake the complete opposite ever since we were small children. To defile our minds. All right. But this is Isaiah 50 and 4. The Lord power have given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. He wakeneth morning by morning. He wakeneth mine ear to hear as the learned. All right. It says, the Lord power have opened my ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. All right. The Lord openeth my ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. See, as soon as you start speaking the word of the Lord, Jake becomes very rebellious. Yeah, I'm talking about like it could be the first time that they've ever heard it. It's like, man, get that shit out of here, or they got some excuse of why they can't listen to the words of the Lord. That's a white man book. The Lord, this, that, and the third, and why this happened, or it's always some type of excuse, all right, because Jake is, they're rebellious people, and it's spiritual, because them is them same spirits from back in the ancient world that was just rebellious and bucking up at the Lord. All right, when you look at the Exodus, I mean, imagine, the Lord doing everything he did for the Israelites as far as, punishing the land of Egypt, splitting the Red Sea, we run through it. You see all the Egyptians getting drowned. And then after that, you bucking up and complaining about shit. That's Jake. These miracles getting done in front of Jake, and Jake just still like, still got questions and still want to be rebellious and buck up against the Most High, like the golden calf. Moses went up there to get the commandments from the Most High, and instead of Jake having faith, and being able to remember these miracles that were just done, and just done in front of him, they say, oh, Moses dead, let's worship the calf. Like, that's the rebelliousness or the rebellious mind state of an Israelite. All right. It says, I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheeks to them that plucked off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting. All right. And this is the faith, all right, of someone who believes in the Most High. All right. Gave his back to the smiters, his cheeks to them that plucked off the hair, meaning his beard, of course. I hid not my face from shame and spitting. For the Lord power will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore have I set my face like flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. All right, and this is the mind state that you have to have to avoid, going back to the original point, to avoid that evil way. Therefore have I set my face like flint. All right, harder than flint, like harder than a rock. And I know that I shall not be ashamed. You're standing on it. Don't let Jake persuade you into thinking something is wrong with you for wanting to be righteous, man. For wanting righteousness to flourish on the earth. That's not wrong. Only an idiot wouldn't want that. All right, but it says, he is near that justifieth me. Who will contend with me? Let us stand together. Who is my adversary? Let him come near me. Basically, like they say, bringing on all challengers. All right, like the scriptures say, who will stand up for me against the evildoers? And this is heavy faith, because a lot of people, curl up into a ball when the room doesn't agree with them. Somebody will make a statement, then multiple people will disagree, and they'll find a way to kind of like change the statement to fit the room. Nah, you can't do that. You can't compromise yourself like that. And this is what is being spoken of in Isaiah right now. He's not compromising himself. He just keeps his faith in the Most High. He is near that justifieth me. Who will contend with me? Who can fight me on this, basically. Let us stand together. Who is my adversary? Let him come near me. Whoever it is, basically bring it on. Not carnally, but you're not about to shake my faith in the Most High. You know, Behold, the Lord power will help me. Who is he that shall condemn me? How the wicked gonna condemn the righteous? He's ass backwards, man. It says, lo, they all shall wax old as a garment. The moth shall eat them up. Who is among you that feareth the Lord, that obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and have no light? Let him trust in the name of the Lord and stay upon his power. All right. So who is among you that feareth the Lord, that obeyeth his servant, that walketh in darkness and have no light? See, there go to walk in the path again. Either the righteous path or the wicked path. All right. And him is who is on that, that path of darkness and have no light. Let him trust in the name of the Lord and stay upon his power, man. All right, repent from that lifestyle. John 8 and 12. Oh no, it's 14. Salaki. John 8 and 12. All right. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. All right. And that's why, those who have received this truth are no longer walking in darkness. All right. Because we receive Yahushua, we follow Yahushua to the best of our ability. All right. He shall receive the light of life. All right. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a light in this dark place. And those who are not following Yahweh Hashem Yahushua or refuse to, they're going to continue to walk in darkness, rather, because there's no other light. There's no other way. It's one path of righteousness, and it's many paths of wickedness, but it's only one path of righteousness. Like it's many paths of falsehood, but it's only one truth. And that truth is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's like a fork in the road, if you can imagine that. You walk to the fork of the road, it's only two options, right? So one of those options, righteousness, and the other one is wickedness. All right. It's only one way. But it's John 11. 9. Yahushua answered, are there not 12 hours in a day? If any man walketh in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of the world. But if any man walk in the night, he stumbleth, because there is no light in him. All right, it's simple, self-explanatory. If you walk in the day, it's easier to see. Why? Because you have light around you. All right, but if you walk in at night, you're gonna stumble because there is no light in you, and that's 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the nations, they're walking in the night, and that's why they continue to stumble. That's why when you see the judgment happen, that person was dark. Like a Young Thug, which is something that happened recently, or not too long ago. I guess they got indicted. So now he's sitting in jail, of course, and being denied bail. And somebody sent me he did a freestyle, I believe, or some type of rap where he was talking about the Most High. See, now he wants to come to the light. The Most High not stupid. The judgment has been set. And that's what a lot of Israelites try to do. You want to be a last minute Jake. That's what I call it, As soon as the Most High, Which, you can repent, you're an Israelite. That's one of the blessings of being an Israelite. It's a chance to repent. But that shit ain't sincere, man. Like, this is a dude wearing lipstick and dresses and rapping about all type of murder, And, as soon as you get caught, and that's when you want to make freestyles to the Most High, you had no intent of changing who you were before. It's just now Esau got you, and that's how you know who Jake 2/3 is really scared of. They ain't scared of the Most High, they scared of Esau. But getting back on topic, but if a man walk in the night, he stumbleth because there is no light in him. All right, if you, let's say you're moving like furniture or something, you work for a furniture company or something like that, you're not going to do it in a pitch black dark at night, man. It's going to make it harder. You can't see as well, can't maneuver as well, all right, and you'll most likely stumble. Who does anything in the dark? You know what I mean? But, yeah. Are there not 12 hours in a day? If any man walketh in a day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world. You're not going to stumble in the light. But you'll definitely stumble, in the dark, walking that dark path, as I've been speaking on this video. This is 12, John 12 and 13 and 35. Says, Then Yahushua said unto them, Yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you. For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. It's walking blindly in this place. All right. That's why the scriptures say the election have obtained it, but the rest were blinded. That's why these jakes don't know where to go, man. They just run around in a circle, basically, a wicked circle. Like, these people, just watch them. Like, they do whatever the TV or the internet say. That's where you get these challenges from, like the whatever challenge. It's like, sheep being led to the slaughter. There's no bite back. There's no, what is this? It's just, the TV said it. Esau said it. Let's do it. And Jake's spirit is naturally against that, man. Jake know not to dress like, if you're a male Jake, you know not to dress like no woman, man. You know that LGBT business is, come on, man. You know that's wrong. But Esau got you scared to say it. How you a male feminist? Because Esau got you scared. He put that cloak of darkness over you, and you scared to turn the lights on. These people, for he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth, is a loss. All right. While ye have the light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of light. These things spake Yahushua and departed, and did hide himself from them. All right. While ye had a light, believe in it, that ye may be the children of light. All right. Believe that this is the truth, because it is. It's it was made plain to us. Not that the Most High is simple or anything like that. It was made plain to us. This is the way. Walk ye in it, like the scripture said, And you see, these people in that darkness. Yeah, ultimately the Most High put them in that darkness, but they can't even believe. Like you'll read the curses to somebody. Like I said, it was made plain unto us, but the curses represent what we going through. Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole Indian. It's just foreign to them, and it makes you appreciate being given this knowledge that everybody can't get it. Everything that's precious or to be held onto is something that everybody doesn't have. If everybody had it, it wouldn't be, a gift. You would just be next in line to receive it. But everybody ain't got this. So while ye have the light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of light. All right. Because the majority of the world is in darkness. All right, but you've been given the light. This is Ephesians 5:8. For ye were sometimes in darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. All right. For ye were sometimes in darkness, because we was doing the same shit. I know I was, I was a nigga. Just doing nigga shit. You know what I mean? That's all I knew. Because I didn't know I was walking in darkness. Because I had no one teaching me the scriptures at that time. If you catch like how Esau be locking the animals up with his wicked ass, when you catch a lion, right? Let's say it's a young lion, what we would consider like a teenage lion, and you throw him in a cage, right? He's gonna be pissed because he experienced being free. All right, but let's say that the same lion has a lion cub and he's born in captivity, right? The little cub don't know he's in captivity. That's all he knows. All he knows is that big, if you've ever been to the zoo, the big glass shit, the bars, that's home to him. He's not going to be, feel deprived of anything because he was born into that captivity. Just like these children that's born in America is born into that darkness. So for ye were sometimes darkness, yeah, we was born into it. We didn't know the freedom, all right? Of course, we're still in captivity into this day, but spiritual freedom of knowing Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai we ain't know that. So, us sometimes being in darkness is just, that's all we knew. Just be a nigga, grow old, be a young nigga, a teenage nigga, a grown nigga, and an old nigga, then die. It was basically life, But now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. Now we have the light. Now we know the seriousness of our decisions. Not just a wild animal out here just living lawlessly, as Esau promotes and teaches the people to do. That do as thy wilt spirit. That's all it is. Ain't no law. No righteous law. So these people continue to do wicked ass, business. But excuse me, it's 1 John 1:7. It says, but if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one another. Salakia. 1 John 1:7. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another. And the blood of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, his son, cleanseth us from all sin. All right. The blood of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai cleansing those, from all sin comes with what? Walking in the light. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another. That's what connects you with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Walking in the light, not being in this gross darkness. All right, it's pitch black in America, proverbially. You know what I mean? Spiritually, it's pitch black here. I mean, the only way to really defeat darkness is light anyway. That's why you walk into a dark room, what's the first thing you say? Hey, hit that light. You know, you don't come into your home and just sit in a pitch black dark. You know, you got some type of form of light. If your light's on, but you have some type of light, candle, something to combat the darkness. All right, and that candle or that light bulb or, whatever source of light you have. All right, that light in this world is the truth. All right, to defeat this darkness, the darkness of the world. But John 3 and it's John 3:19. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. All right, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because it's easier to be a wicked nigga than to be righteous. That's why they love it more. You don't have to have patience, when you live that dark lifestyle. If you let's talk about like being a thief. If you steal from a nigga, you get the reward right then. Selling drugs, you make the transaction, you get the money. Adultery, it's satisfying to a wicked nigga. Because when you look at, just the examples that I gave, there's no patience involved. That's really why Jake loved the darkness and to be wicked. There's no patience or no faith involved. It's just no suffering. It's a quick fix, if you will. Quick fix, for lack of a better term. They get the so-called reward right then. So that's why they love darkness rather than light. Because their deeds were evil. And once again, these evil deeds pay off quick. Even, when the Lord was fasting and Satan came to him and offered him everything, either the kingdoms of the world. The Lord, of course, the Lord made the right decision. It was perfect in that life. But, he would have got all of that quick if he would have accepted it. Satan was going to make him wait. Satan never make you wait. All that shit happens right then. As soon as, okay, I'll be wicked. All right, here's the perks of it, the reward of it. And you see Jake like that. All these rich, so-called rich Jakes, all right? That's why they get all them rewards so quick. For their wickedness. It's not like us, suffer until you're rewarded. It's just be wicked and then I'll reward you immediately. And that's why, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. All right, that's why they love it. They love the darkness more than the light. And they hate the light. All right, because the light exposes them. It's like a roach. You know what I mean? If you come in the house and flick the light, let's say it's roaches in the house, they scatter. Because what? The light did what? Expose them. All right, and that's another reason that they love the dark more than the light, is because they can live in secrecy in the dark. You can't do that shit, in the light. You can't live in secrecy in the light. All right. But continuing on, it says, "For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light." Because once again, going back to the roach analogy, all right, when you in the dark, in that light, the roaches in the dark and the light switch get hit. All right, they gotta scatter because damn, we've been exposed. They see us. Let's get up out of here. But it says, "Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved." There you go. They love that darkness because they can do what they want. They can live in secrecy. But if you in the light, you're not, your deeds gonna be reproved because everybody can see what you're doing. So if you're doing wrong, somebody's gonna say, "Well, this is wrong by the law. This is what it is." They don't want to hear that. Jake don't want to hear that shit. That correction. It's like cause I remember my parents used to do this shit to me when I was younger. Like, of course, you don't want to get up for school and shit. So, instead of sitting there arguing with me and doing all that shit, they would just hit the lights. They knew, damn, I'm gonna get so irritated by, being in this dark room and the light, coming on suddenly that I'm gonna get up anyway. You know what I mean? So for everyone, just using that as an analogy of being in the dark and the light blinding or irritating you in a sense, that's their life. That's what they do. They would rather be in the dark. All right, and they hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. All right, so once again, they would rather live in that secrecy. All right, it says, "But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in Yahweh Shem Shai." All right, because if you do with the truth, you want to be in the light. That's why it says that his deeds may be made manifest. What's the problem with being in the light if you're doing the truth? All right, if you're walking this path to the best of your ability, what's the problem? Well, what you got to hide, basically. All right, so those who hate the light, those are the people who have something to hide. All right, those are the people that, or really, because if you hide something, you're ashamed of it. All right, so they would rather live that shameful lifestyle in peace. All right, which that peace for them is being in the dark, than come to the light and be reproved. All right. But it's Matthew 5:14. "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid." All right, ye are the light of the world. Those with this truth. All right, and you can't hide that light. It says a city that sets on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. All right. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel. You don't hide light. If you think about it, how can you? Any light source can be hid. It's light. But on a candlestick. And it gives light unto all of those that are in the house. All right. It says, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." All right. So let your light shine before men, ultimately for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to get the praise. It's not really of you or about you. It's, being a representation. Like when you're a representation of somebody, they ultimately get the credit for you conducting yourself in a righteous manner, or what's looked at as a good manner. Just like the parent, the child, and the parent analogy again. If your child, does everything well and, is, respectable and has manners and, basically conduct themselves well, like I said, then they're going to say, "Oh, you're raised well." They're going to immediately think about what your parents taught you. That's the same thing with the truth. These people are immediately, those that have sense are immediately going to say, this the guy conducts himself this way, that way, and the third, righteously. What's the name of your God again? Oh, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And it's going to be a reflection of him. All right. Which is like the whole reason we got the law is to be a reflection or representation of the Lord. That's why the nations were supposed to marvel at us. It wasn't because, the Israelites is the shit. It's like, they God. They God real. That's Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai people. They God real. He for real. Look how they conduct themselves. We could never be like that. It's why all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's being a representation of the Lord. All right. So that's what it means when it says, and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. All right. But, Baruch. Shalaki. What's that scripture? Baruch. It's Baruch 4:2. It says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. All right. Walk in the presence of the light. All right. Matter of fact, Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. All right. It says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. All right. Talking about the law. And the law, all right, going back to the original point of the video, the law ain't got nothing to do with that wicked ass path. All right. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. All right. And so you can shine. Not for yourself, but for the Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. All right. All right. They can't have it. That's why the nations are so wicked anyway. They can't conduct themselves righteously. They don't think about it. That's why it kill me when the people be saying, oh, that's the white man book. Man, Esau couldn't conduct himself like the words in his book. It's right. It's too righteous. So how then could it be? It's just crazy to me. All right, but turn thee, O Jacob. All right, when it's referring to Jacob, it's talking about the tribes. You Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole, Indian. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. All right, going back to that light, that thou mayest shine. All right. Wisdom maketh a man face to shine. This is Jeremiah 6:16. It says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. All right, that's the two paths, the fork in the road. All right, the Most High is giving you the right way to go. All right, ask for the old paths, where's the good way, and walk therein, walk in the good way. All right, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. That's, of course, 2/3 of the nation of Israel. It's too hard for them. All right, that's why this walk is referred to as the straight gate. Jake don't want to have no patience. Jake don't want to fight for nothing for real. Jake don't want to fight for righteousness. Jake want to be comfortable amongst the nations, like they've always been. Let's do what the heathen doing. Let's go over there with the heathen. That's their comfort zone. They can't break away. They can't imagine a life without the heathen. It's like in the Maccabees, I believe it was, when they said, ever since, I'm paraphrasing, ever since we broke away from the heathen, things been going bad. Like, Jake just loved the nations, man. they would rather be equal with the nations than rule over the nations. But pretty soon we're not gonna have, no choice. I'm in the wrong chapter. I'm in the wrong book. Isaiah. This is Isaiah 30:21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left. That's it. And thine eyes shall hear a word saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. Going back to the path, walk the correct path. You've been told the way. Now walk ye in it. When you turn to the right and when you turn to the left. All right. So basically, choose the right path to walk on, man. All right. You can't get lost on the right path. The only way you get lost, the only way you lose faith, the only way you stop conducting yourself as you're supposed to is when you choose the wrong path. All right. When you walk the path of righteousness, you ain't gonna get lost because the book is the map. All right. The scriptures is the map. All right. But I ain't gonna hold you. I just wanted to make that video. Hope it was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.